guys, back again with the S6. I was poking around in the engine and well, now it looks a lot worse, but originally I saw a little crack between this part right here and this. This is the hose for the PCV, or also known as crank ventilation. So what I found was there was a tiny crack right here, and when I pulled on the hose it disintegrated completely. This prompted me to also check for other issues with this, and I found several. So apparently this was leaking before because someone tried to mend it by taping it here. As you can see, the braiding is broken and someone taped it. And also lower here, as you can see, this is completely broken. This is the top part of the PCV, and this guy right here is also completely demolished, and someone tried to mend it at some point. So this is definitely a no-go. I will have to source a new hose. So from what I can see, this hose is plastic, which is the reason why it broke, because this engine produces a lot of heat, and when you have heat and plastic and a lot of cycles of hot and cold, the plastic gets brittle and breaks. So what I will be doing is I will need to, so the first thing is I'll mend it together so that it doesn't have an exposed hole here in the engine bay. So I'll mend it all up and I'll plug it in. I'll drive the ML for some time until I manage to source another hose. But what I'll probably be doing is I'll replace the entire hose. It connects right here into the other manifold. So I will replace the entire thing. I'll probably not buy the original Audi one. First, I don't really know the part number for this. I was trying to look for it, but I couldn't find it. Second, again, it's plastic, so it will break in the future. What I'll actually be doing is I'll source a flexible hose that is actually made for oil and gasoline, and it will not disintegrate when it has oil passing through it. And I will remove here the little braidings, and I'll put some hose clamps on it, and I'll fix it that way. That will be a more permanent fix. So yeah, it goes to show that checking over the engine and just pulling on some hoses actually can uncover issues with your car that you didn't think you had. But that's basically it. Yeah, for the next week I'll probably be driving the ML. This will be out of commission until I find the correct parts to actually get this thing fixed. Stay tuned, guys. I will update you later on, and hopefully I will have managed to find the hose that fits. Hey guys, so it's been a little bit over a week. Last time I left you off with the hoses all removed. Now, as you can see, everything's put back together. So what I did in the previous clip that you saw is I basically mended everything back up just so that it doesn't stay open. I didn't want to have holes and in the engine exposed. So that's it. So what I did in the past week is I sourced these hoses. This is a 1/2 inch hose. No, my bad, this is a 3/8 inch, and this is a 1/2 inch hose. So what I did is I got these hoses. These are specifically made for turbo oil return, and as such they are perfect for what I will be using them here. What I did is, as you can see, the hoses here, this is a 3/8 inch and it is stretched over the original fitting. The thing is, I broke off the plastic hose that ended here, and basically the other way. I just spared the fittings, and I stretched this hose over the fitting, because the fitting is a 1/2 inch diameter, and this is a 3/8 inch inner diameter, and as such it stretches a little bit more difficult. What I ended up doing is I took this part of the PCV and the other fittings, this one from this side and also this one right here. I took them home, and I took also the hoses. I put the hoses in some very hot water, and then I stretched them over these plastic fittings, and then I put these hose clamps on them, just so that everything is tight. You can see it here, and here. It's been okay. So the reason I use the 1/2 inch hose here and the 3/8 inch one here is that this one is a lot more pliable and malleable, and so it's easier to route around the engine shroud and in general in the engine bay. And here, that was really a bit more difficult to do, because as you can see, the hose is very small. That's about maybe 3-4 inches in length, so it's difficult to stretch the hose so much on either sides when they're so close together, and there is also a bend in them. So therefore I used this bigger sized hose. One other thing is that what you guys are seeing here with this hose, the way that I DIY this can also be done for basically any other Audi from this generation. It just, the routing itself will be a little bit different, but basically the same thing. So if you have the 4.2 FSI, or like in this case the 5.2, or you have the 3.6, it doesn't matter. It can be done as simple as this. But everything has been great. I have been driving the car for a couple of days, and there have been no issues at all. It's been absolutely perfect, and I'm sure that this will hold a lot better compared to the original plastic hoses that were here, simply because this is nice rubber and the other one is plastic. The other thing is that it will be a lot more easier to maintain. If something goes wrong, it's just remove hose clamp, remove hose, replace hose. So yeah, super easy. Okay, so that was it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions regarding hose length, sizes, whatever, let me know.